eating Kentucky Fried Chicken, and like it was back in the '60s, so when it was good,
It was good.
You're talking to
like
the guy who ate
that whole
Kentucky Fried
scene.
Chicken in Egypt. So I
He
know what
knows a
you're talking
thing or two. The budget was 23 million and it grossed 321 million.
Can you imagine?
I think that's our
Ching!
highest grossing film that we've had so far. I went into
That's-
it trying to see what's this white savior. It was the South in the 60s. You had to have a white person. He never once come off as like, I'm your savior. He like you said, Stephen, he told him I wasn't doing your underwear. He stole, he stole those rocks. Like he didn't. It wasn't like he was just like, oh, like, and like. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chicago Cinephiles podcast. I am your co-host, Daniel. Joining me, as always, is Stephen and James. Fellas, how we doing today?
Really, like the world's trying to keep me from keeping me outside, not eating healthy.
Between the heat and the smoke, and
the
salads are killing people.
Yeah,
you can really see and taste the smoke in this city right now. It's horrible.
Feels like a back room, am I right?
That's very cute.
I mean,
it's very cute. Like no one's been in a back room in their life. Yeah, that's very cute.
I've seen the movie, okay? No,
that's not a back room, honey.
I know.
That's not a back room. Trust me, you can see somebody's face and know who's touching you. It's not a back room.
Well, anyway. Well, thank you so much for joining us. On that note, I actually do want to give a shout out to my friend Brooke, who's listening in Sweden. Hey, Brooke. Just want to give a shout out. She asked for it. So, no, she didn't ask for it, but I just told her to give it to her because they're probably our only Swedish followers. So,
we're huge in Sweden.
Yeah.
Ones of twos.
That being said, welcome everyone else. Today we are diving back into the Oscars and we are actually doing Green Book. Last week we did Godfather. So if you haven't seen that, please go check that out. But now let's go ahead and jump forward a few decades and we're going to dive into Green Book. So
still be Italian.
Yeah. Green Book. Movie released November 18th, 2018. Stars Viggo Mortensen as Tony Lip. I tried to look this guy's name up, but I still can't say it right. Mahershala Ali, I think is how you say his name, as Don Shirley. I've been trying to memorize it all week. Linda Cardellini as Dolores, Tony's wife. Mike Hatton as George Dreyer, the bassist, and then Dmitry Marinov as Oleg Malakovich as the cellist. He's obviously the Russian one. Yeah. The budget was 23 million and it grossed 321 million.
Can you imagine?
I think that's our highest grossing film that we've had so far.
That's pretty good. Except for Cimarron.
Yeah. It'll always come back to Cimarron, my friend.
I mean, Cimarron, you can't beat it.
It had 5 nominations. It did win 3, including Best Picture, Best Original Screenplay, and then Best Supporting Actor as Mahershala Ali. As I'm going to talk about now, I was very upset that Viggo Mortensen didn't win Best Actor. But then I saw who won it, and I don't have a problem with it. It was the guy, it was Rami or what his name is, the guy that played Freddie Mercury. Like, he literally is Freddie Mercury incarnated, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah. I'm not. I'm really not. After watching this, I'm not. I think this is just, I mean.
It was fantastic.
He's the backbone of this movie.
Because Viggo, Stephen, you don't know this because you don't watch Lord of the Rings, but like, I know him as Aragorn from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
and to see him and this character and like be fat and like be Italian. That's not as he's an American. Like it's impressive. Anyway, Green Book is inspired by the 1962 tour of the Deep South by African American Don Shirley and his driver Frank Vallelonga. So that's enough of the thing. The facts. Now, Stephen, give us a summary of the movie, and then we will dive in.
I was going to say, are you taking over my summary? Because that's pretty much my first sentence. You looked at my notes. Sweden, you looked at my notes. Green Book is, here we go. Green Book is the movie version of a true story. I'll get into that later. An unlikely friendship that develops during a concert tour through the American South in 1962. Italian-American nightclub bouncer Tony Lip is hired to drive and protect Dr. Don Shirley, a brilliantly talented black classical pianist, as he performs in cities where the Jim Crow laws of segregation and racism are still deeply entrenched. Along the way, they rely on the Green Book, a travel guide that lists safe hotels, restaurants, and businesses for black travelers. Despite their very different backgrounds and personalities, Tony and Don gradually learn from one another. Tony becomes more open-minded, while Don finds someone who accepts him for who he is. The journey of Green Book challenges prejudice, breaks down barriers, and shows how empathy and friendship can grow even in the most divided of times. Ta-da.
No, Stephen, I like that last part, especially the times we're in. That's a great way to come together, like you said. All right, so we're going to do things a little bit differently. Usually I kind of go over what happened in that year. There wasn't a lot that happened in 2018, so I just combined 2018, and then we'll talk about what happened in 1962, because that was some of the, that was just when this movie was set. So in 2018, we did have in January, we had Larry Nassar, who's the strength and conditioning coach for the women's Olympics, was sentenced to like 500 counts of sexual abuse. That was where the Me Too movement came. In February, unfortunately, we had the Parkland High School shooting. In May, Prince Harry married Meghan Markle. We don't boo the shooting, but we boo that. No, I agree. And then in June, if you guys remember the story, that the Thailand soccer team, like the kids, were trapped in a cave for like 3 weeks, and they all got saved. All of them, which is crazy.
I think you said this in a previous episode. Don't go spelunking. We're done. Okay? It's a stupid sport. Don't go into caves.
Well, I mean, this was the kids. I mean, they can't.
I don't care.
I'm sure they just followed the parents or the coaches or whatever.
Yeah. But if we let a couple spelunkers die, this would not happen anymore. Okay?
Keep the spelunking population down.
These people, you know what I mean? Baby Jessica, she felt only well. Okay, we get it. But spelunking, we're done. We're done. You're on your own, people.
You can address all the comments, spelunkers, to Stephen at.
I'm sure the spelunking community is really on our side over here.
Then, so what I want to do is I do want to kind of go over that. That was it for that year. There wasn't a lot. I do want to kind of go over some celebs that died during that date or year. Just 'cause I thought it was interesting. 2018. So we had Stephen Hawking pass away. I'm not gonna say pass away anymore because obviously it's given away. It's given. Mac Miller, Stan Lee, Vern Troyer, Aretha Franklin, George H.W. Bush, Burt Reynolds, Kate Spade, Anthony Bourdain, and Billy Graham. Those were like the big cultural names that were.
And if you haven't seen The Last Movie Star, the very last Burt Reynolds movie, just the first 10 minutes of that movie will make you go, this guy can act. This man can act. It's not a great film. It's not a great last film, but that 10 minutes of that movie, you're like, this guy's not just a movie
still got
star.
it.
He's an actor, and he always has been. I mean, he for a time being, he was the biggest box office actor for 5 years. The top box office draw of the 70s for 5 years. And somebody said that it was disgusting that he made so much money for Smokey the Bandit. And his response was, it would be disgusting if I didn't make that much money. If I turned it down. That would be disgusting.
All right, let's talk about what happened in 1962 because that's when Green Book took place. So just a few of these. In February of 62, they had the full U.S.-Cuba embargo by JFK. Another interesting fact was in February, Jackie Kennedy took TV viewers on a White House tour.
Mm.
That was basically one of the first time to do it. In February, John Glenn became the first American to orbit Earth. In March, Wilt Chamberlain set the NBA record by scoring 100 points in a game. It still has not been broken and never will be. Um, the architect in May, the architect of the Holocaust was hanged in Israel, that's crazy to think like it took that long for it to happen, but I'm glad it did, obviously. Um, in July, the U.S. patent was issued for the 3-point seatbelt. So all of our people that are, in their 60s, 70s who didn't grow up with seatbelts, you can thank Niels Boland's his name for the 3 seatbelts. In August, sadly,
Ooh.
Marilyn Monroe was found dead.
Mhm.
And then in September, and kind of going back to our Grease connection, the Four Seasons earned their first #1 hit with Sherry, which is obviously a Frankie Valli song. Um, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. And then in October, Johnny Carson makes his debut as the Tonight Show host. And then Pope John the
Mm.
13th opens Vatican II, whatever it is. I guess like people to come in. I don't know, but
Electric Boogaloo.
and then October, the Monster Mash became the #1 Billboard. He did the what?
We did it.
Um,
I
and then
was
James Brown
working.
did the live at the Apollo in October as well.
Oh, you're a big James Brown fan. We don't know this, but you are.
Me?
Yeah, this is the second James Brown thing you
Yeah.
brought up in a while.
Well, I feel like everyone kind of knows who he is. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I feel good. And then in December, To Kill a Mockingbird was released in Los
Mhm.
Angeles. So
Hey,
changed up a little
Boo.
bit.
Hey,
Had much to
Boo.
talk about. All right, now let's dive into the fun facts, fellas. Give me some of those hard hitting fun facts.
Hit it, baby.
So a lot of mine is food related because, which I think is so fitting for this film. Um, so Vigo, you know, fat lip guy, really ate hot dogs in the Gorman scene. The production crew provided him a bucket to spit out the chewed bites he took in between takes. But he found it even less appealing than just swallowing the hot dog. So he ended up eating 15 himself, like
No, crazy.
actual hot dogs.
Watch out, Joey
Isn't that
Chastain's
nuts?
coming for your record for the hot dogs in an hour or whatever.
I've done better
Just
than
imagine your act you're
Yeah,
acting
I just ignored it.
that.
you're
So
just acting in this
Steven
scene
didn't
and then
spit
you
it
eat
out. Though that's the
15 hot
difference.
dogs.
Oh, trust me. No, it's rude. Um,
Sorry,
uh,
James. Finish your. Sorry, finish
I
what you're
got
saying.
nothing. Just go.
You know, when you bring up glizzies in front of Steven, he's gonna make a joke about it.
here's what I think. Here's our connection to the fight till the last movie. Tony Lip is an extra in The Godfather.
Really?
He's an extra. He's in the wedding scene.
Like the actual guy?
The actual Tony Lip.
Wow,
And
that's
the
so
real Tony Lip
cool.
is best known for playing Carmine on The Sopranos and several roles in several Martin Scorsese movies.
That's
So
really
he's on
cool.
a nice IMDb page. Yeah.
That's really cool. Was he in Goodfellas, I wonder?
I don't think so, but
I just didn't know if you kind of assume like
isn't that great? I was like, yay.
that's really cool.
He's in The Godfather.
All
Tony
right,
Lip.
James, what you got for me?
Okay, another food related one, but this one I think is endearing and Steven, don't make it dirty.
Oh, he is in The Godfather. He plays Frankie the Wop in The Godfather. In the Goodfellas.
Goodfellas, that's awesome.
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
So prior to filming, Viggo Mortensen was invited to meet Nick Valengo's family over a 6-hour
What was that
dinner.
name again? I'm just
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly. Valengo. I don't know.
I'm
he
just
said
giving
it.
you a hard time.
I know it's in the movie. I figure it's fitting. He said it almost destroyed me because I hadn't gained the weight yet and I hadn't expanded my stomach. It was
Oh
almost
no.
lethal. He spent 6 hours at dinner with the family assumed he was declining more helpings because he didn't like the food.
Yep.
So he felt compelled to finish the plate and they just brought him another one.
Oh my god, yeah. That's Italians
Yeah,
for you.
they just kept feeding him. And then he said, I said goodbye and did a picture together. And he limped to his rental car to make a big show of it. So he was driving back to Manhattan and he just
That's
drove
so
around the
funny.
corner, parked, leaned back, undid his belt, and just chilled for an hour, just groaning. He was
I
too
love
skinny.
that.
He was just too skinny.
I'm telling you.
Have you guys ever, this is off topic, but have you guys ever had a moment like that where you just, you're for like, I can't walk. I'm legit in a food coma or anything like that. I got a really funny
I
story.
would I
That's
would
why I
say
wanted to ask you.
when my mother first came to town to visit me on Easter, she decided my first year in town, she had to cook for everybody. So I had some friends over, the people I lived with, these two straight guys. And so they had some friends. So Mama cooked. My first thing out of her mouth was, "Now I'm a vegetarian at the time." Ready? Now, where's your bacon grease? Mama, I don't have bacon grease. Well, why not? I don't eat bacon, Mama. Well, how the hell do you cook your beans? I guess I'm doing it wrong. But so she made a plate, had a plastic, paper plate, and handed full of food. And here these Chicagoans going, "What am I supposed to do with this?" When they're leaving, she's handing them a plate. And I said, "I don't care if you put it in the dumpster, but you do not
You take it.
because it will insult her." So that's kind of my thing. But it's just you're not finishing your food. It means you don't like it.
Yeah.
So So did you throw up your food somewhere, honey? What did you do?
James, do you have a story before I tell mine?
So I remember one time, it was the first time I had went to like an all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue place,
Good God.
and I went with some heavy eaters, and like at the end of it, I had a hard time getting up, and I just wanted to throw up so badly.
No,
I
it's
just
funny.
couldn't
So
hang.
my story is similar to that. So back in high school, me and my friend, it's before we could drive. So his mom took us, but we all went to all you can eat Chinese buffet. And we're like 15, 16. So we're like, let's see who can eat the most food. And
Bad
she
idea.
she knew that we did the challenge, obviously. So when we got in the car, she went down like there's a mountain near here. It's a mountain. It's called Crowder's Mountain, but it's a mountain. But she went down she went down. It's a curvy. I thought I was gonna vomit, like, because she knew we were like dying, and so she's like swerving, and like I get car sick normally. I don't know how I made it to where we got a place to stop for me to throw up everywhere, but I have never felt so good getting all that out of my system as I did during that moment. I was like, because like most people don't like to vomit, obviously, but it felt so good to get that out of my system. I'll never forget that, and I'll never forget anytime I see a Chinese restaurant, I always think about that day. So
And that's what started his bulimia.
yeah, and that's why. Well, I'm bad at that. I weigh 200 pounds. I'm not doing a very good job of that, clearly. Um,
Okay.
but yeah. So,
I
any,
believe it. Bad.
yeah. Any other fun facts before we dive into the actual movie?
Let me see. Food wise, I mean, if we're going to keep with our food stuffy here, the pizza scene. That's how Tony the Lip would eat a pizza. She would get an unsliced pizza, fold it, and eat it. And Viggo Mortensen insisted to try it for the movie. And the director said, "We got too many funny eating scenes. We don't need it." But when the crew burst out laughing as he tried to eat it, they're okay. It's sad.
I've seen a lot of people eat pizza like that before, so that was pretty.
I mean,
it's like it's so messy. But anyway, all right. Well, thank you,
And
fellas.
Vigo would
go ahead.
watch. Apparently, Vigo would watch scenes of Tony the Lip in The Sopranos, getting ready in the morning when he was trying to get ready for this role, so he could learn his speech patterns and his accent. So he was watching The Sopranos to get into this, which I love. That's all.
That's really cool. No, that's pretty cool, actually. Awesome. So then let's dive in. So this was a movie that James was the only one that had seen. So let's start with me and Steven first then. I'll go first. Steven, you follow, and then James, you bring us home. Our initial thoughts on the movie. My expectations were low just because it's a movie from the past 10 years and those don't have the best track record. I had heard a lot of bad things about it, which we'll get into later, about some of the problematic stuff, and I didn't want it to be a Driving Miss Daisy 2.0. So I was just kind of concerned that's what's gonna. Which I mean, I don't mind that movie, but I just didn't want to deal with it. I was like, I don't want to watch this. But we'll get into my thoughts later, obviously. But that was my initial take. Steven, what was your initial thoughts on it?
Hold on.
You're good.
No, I didn't know what to expect. I really didn't know what to expect. I didn't really have any kind of thoughts either way.
That's good.
I was interested in seeing it. Interested in seeing
Yeah,
it.
yeah, it's good. It's honestly good when you have. It's probably better when you have no expectations because that means you're going to hopefully like it more. But yeah, I was definitely like I wasn't like oh my god I gotta watch it, but I was just like okay I was kind of like you, I was intrigued. And then James, you've seen it before. Tell us what your thoughts were about rewatching it, and even tell us what your thoughts were going to be, like your feelings were whenever you found out that me and Steven had never seen it.
Oh, I was so excited because I think this is a great movie. Like, and like when
Mm,
I watched it, like I was like, I kind of wanted to see what your guys' take on it because I didn't know how you guys would take it, but I was excited for you guys to see it because I enjoyed this movie, and I actually do think in the last 10 years, this is probably one of the better years for Oscar release
mhm.
movies because I saw all of them. So
Nice.
Well, you
Okay,
got
well then we'll definitely pick your brain
teaser,
later
teaser.
down. Yeah. So what were you guys' initial thoughts on Tony? Let's do Tony first. What was your initial thoughts on the character Tony before you got to like obviously before you met Dr. Shirley?
What do you mean?
Oh,
What do you mean?
oh,
Like what were
so
your thoughts on him? Like very beginning of the movie. Like did you guys like him? Did you think he was a Guido? Did you think he was X, Y, and Z? Like no opinion? Like what did you I thought he was like
I
I thought he was what we would call a what people in the South call like a nice racist. I won't say it to your face, but the fact that two black guys drank out of my cups, I'm throwing them away. That was my initial
Mm,
thought, just kind of like, okay, he's just kind of falling in with the times. But that was my initial thoughts on Tony. James, what about
no.
you?
I was like, I cannot wait to see where this character goes. But yes, I do agree with the nice racist.
Yeah, yeah, I
But
hate that word, but yeah.
um no, I was excited because I thought, okay, he's gonna have some very funny moments. I could feel that about him in the movie. So I was kind of like, okay, this seems pretty good. Like I can't wait to see what he does.
Steven, did you have any initial thoughts, or just kind of
Not really. Not really.
you
I
were just
mean,
along for the ride? But don't.
mhm.
Mm.
I
What?
was more. Going on to Dr. Shirley. I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
more
Go ahead and tell me about your thoughts on
underwhelmed
Dr.
with him.
Shirley.
I mean, I kind of thought, well, you're a real prick. I mean, I didn't like that character from the get go. I didn't like, when they got him in the car and they put the blanket over him, I burst out laughing. I was like, really? You have a blanket? Your person puts a blanket over you to get in the car? Really? And I was 100% Tony Lip. Yeah, I'm not washing your underwear. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna. No, I don't care who you are. I'm not gonna do that. You can wash your own underwear when we're on the road. You know, I was Team Shirley or Team Lip. Let me just put it that way, and very against doctors. I just yeah. Again, you may be the best at what you do. That's wonderful, but you're taking yourself away. What is it? Lighten up, Francis, as I always say. Lighten up. You're not that great. So it really
Look,
kind of rubbed me the wrong way when I first met that character.
I mean, Steven, our first thing is him coming into this ornate decorated office space and him sitting on a literal throne talking,
And
interviewing
not the
the
toilet.
guy.
Moo in a
Yeah,
moo.
no, no, like
Let's call it what it
it's
is. The
I'm
moo
not being I'm not being cute with
Yeah,
terminology. I mean a literal throne.
Yeah, but
yeah.
it's just like
Like you didn't really
okay,
think like I was like, okay, this guy's gonna be over the top, and I cannot wait to see this down like
the blanket just killed the blanket. I went,
lower
oh my
class
god, are you
person
kidding? Well,
interact with the
I'll get
high
grease on
class.
my blanket. Oh, woo hoo hoo. Oh, I just couldn't stand it.
I was intrigued by him because I'm like, why is he this eccentric, or is it just because he wants to be like? What's the like? I just kind of wanted to. I wanted to learn more about him. I just was. I was like,
Here,
okay, this is the definition of two opposites. Let's see how this. Let's tune in 2 hours, guys, and see
I
if they're
didn't do a
friend.
lot of
Let's see
digging
if
into the,
they're was it lovers to haters or haters to lovers
you know,
trope.
I didn't do a lot of digging, but I don't know if you all know this. I don't see anything in any pages that say that Dr. Shirley was gay, but there's this scene where he's
Yeah, well,
playing with a man. So it's a little. I mean, I'm not one of those homosexuals that thinks everybody has to have a good representation of us because some of us are over the top like that, and some of us are very, prissy with that kind of stuff, whatever. But I was like, do we really have to be this person?
Mm.
Do we really have to be the guy who's on the pedestal, who doesn't want to eat fried chicken and who insults people? It's just like, really?
I was
Is
about to
that
say,
what we have
Stephen,
to
wasn't the
do?
fact him wearing a blanket and being you know what? When that did that say he was gay?
Well, I mean, again, it's so
I'm just picking
stereotypical.
with you. I'm
You
just
know what I
playing.
mean?
I
It's
know.
just like, oh my god, it just made I
I,
was
I, I if
so
he wasn't
totally.
gay in real life, I wonder how his family thought about that then.
I don't know, but that's an
Or I
issue.
wonder if that was Tony, because who wrote the book? Was it
Is
some?
Tony's son?
So then I
Tony's
wonder, like, if that was something that
wrote the
maybe Tony
screenplay with the
said,
person.
and they just didn't want to, like,
I don't
maybe
know.
because, I mean, you obviously didn't want to. You
Mm.
barely could be black in the '60s, let alone be gay. You know what I mean?
And to
Yeah,
go
that's a
into a
twofer.
YMCA, I mean, I know the '70s made it famous, but it's fun to stay at the.
So, for those of you who don't know, the title of the book, the Green Book, is used for it's a green little green book that is used to for safe places to stay and eat as a black person in the South, maybe the North, I don't know, but definitely the South. Do you think that the film did a good job exploring the significance and danger of traveling in that era? Not even just in the southern parts, but even the northern parts. Like, do you think they did a good job? And did it make you feel like they were alone? Because the one thing I took away from this was like there was supposed to be a convoy, but you never saw the other two guys except at the very beginning when he's flipping him
Hmm.
off. It's like,
Yeah.
where's this convoy? Like, I felt safer when they were all there because it's like, okay, if three white guys are
Mhm.
there, the odds of them getting jumped by a Klansman or whatever is a little bit less than if it's just a one-on-one and it's an Italian at that. But to be fair, the other guy was also a Russian, so maybe that's why he wouldn't have had no
Correct.
better luck. But how do you guys feel that they did a good job of kind of exploring the dangers of it and just the overall feel?
I mean, the book being necessary is kind of crazy to think
Mm,
about, like
good
from
point.
this perspective. So, like, obviously we're three white guys, so we can't really see that experience that well. But I think it did a good job, but I don't know if that's just because like if you look at the hotels, you got to figure out what hotel you can stay at, certain hotels you couldn't, and like where you could eat. Like it was a necessary book, I guess, but it's kind of weird thinking
I
that
think
that book
I think you
existed in
can say it
history.
by. I mean, I think you all will both know that if you're in a bad neighborhood, you know when you're in danger. You can tell in your gut.
Hmm.
I've said this to many many times. I think gay men, even a generation younger than me, don't have the warning signals that I have because I had to have them. Because I vividly remember being with two younger gay guys on a train. We were taking a train from Chicago to Milwaukee, and there was just the three of us and one other guy on this one little train car. And we decided to sit in the middle because then we could face each other in those seats that face the middle. Well, he was on the other side of us. And we're just chatting about everything, this and that and the other, and not thinking about what we're chatting about. And I could
Mm,
feel this guy hating us. I could just, this guy, if he had a baseball bat, we would be dead.
mm.
They were completely oblivious to it and just rattling on, gay, 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 gay. And I was like, up, shut up. And they couldn't feel it. But there's something about that I was sure that kind of feeling traveling through the South and being a black person, you have to be inherently, okay, this is not a safe area for us right here. Just from the looks we're getting, just from whatever we're
Yeah.
getting, we've got to watch our backs right here. And I'm sure that was what I feel as a gay person, even in the '80s, was heightened to 100% for black people in the Jim Crow South. You know what I mean? That's nothing compared to what they went through. So,
I think they did a great job where you saw two separate scenarios. You had the one scenario where they had the cop that was a
oh yeah,
jackass, and then the other guy telling him Merry Christmas, get your car fixed. But you didn't know which one was going to be which. And I think that era, and I'm not going to get in police brutality because whatever, but I think in that era, the police officers honestly were probably scarier than some of the average people because they didn't have like the police officers knew they weren't going to get in trouble for whatever they did. You know, like they locked him up for no reason, and like they locked up Tony because he punched him, but they locked up
hmm
Dr. Shirley because he was just black, basically, without saying it. And
driving
I
while
thought
black.
they,
You can't drive while black. It's
yeah.
horrible.
And he's
Horrible
like,
crime.
"This is a sundown town," and like I'd heard that before, but I'd never really put like, "Oh my God, if you're caught like lost like they were, they're not going to believe you. They're going to tell you sorry. You know what I mean? Like, or not, they wouldn't tell you sorry, but you know what I mean? I thought they did a great job. I agree. I felt like they were legit alone on the road because they were obviously.
Mhm.
Um, okay, so
Mhm.
speaking of those encounters, how would you guys have handled the situation? Would y'all have been more of a Tony's handler, where you're kind of more feisty, or are you guys more of like a Dr. Shirley temperament in your everyday life? Taking aside like the race and all that kind of stuff, like just in y'all's like everyday life, which would you guys typically
And
fall under?
personally, I would like to say I would be a Dr. Shirley, but I know I'm not. Like I would be feisty. like, like I don't think I would not. I'm not a calm person, and I will. I always had a famous saying: "Never de-escalate, always escalate." Like I don't know. Like I could not be always calm, cool, and collective when stuff like that would happen. Like no, I'm gonna yell.
Hmm. Steven, you want me to go or you want to go?
I would just say I wish I was Tony Lip. I wish I was. I
I'm
wish I
the
was guy.
opposite. Yeah, I'm the same way with you, Steven.
I wish I was the
I
guy to hit him. I mean, I don't want to talk it through. I want to hit you. I mean, I've been to, just last week. I mean, I'm in McDonald's. It's the morning. I want to get my breakfast. I want to leave. And this guy is shooting off his mouth, pushing people around, and finally another guy in line had and said, "You know what? You pushed me one more time." And they got into a fist fight in front of
oh
me
wow.
in the McDonald's, which is what I wanted to do to the son of a whatever.
I'll show
I,
you a quarter pounder.
you know what I mean? I mean, but seriously, I wanted to do that, but I'm just too scared and reserved and afraid to start a incident. But this guy was like, you know what? You pushed me one too many times, buddy. And when they're like, take it outside. Yeah, I'll take it outside. I'll be waiting. And as I passed the guy waiting, he was like, yeah, I'm still waiting out here for that guy. Like, it was going to be a thing.
I
So
think
I
I'm
wish
I
I was that guy. Wish to
Steven,
all heavens.
I think I'm similar to kind of what you talk about how your dad is. Like he's pretty even tempered until, but when he says something, you listen. I tend to think I'm like that. I'm definitely more Dr. Shirley's where, and the main reason is because I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what the other person on the train's going to do if I tell them to stop trying to sell me a burnt CD. I don't want it. Or no, I'm not giving you X, Y, and Z, or no, you can't follow me as I walk through the turnstile. Like, I don't know what they're going to do. You know what I mean? And so, if I know they're not going to be crazy and pull a gun out, I will be a little more vocal, but we don't know, obviously. And so I think that, for me, I'm in the similar boat with you, Steve, but I wish I probably was Tony a little bit more, but I think I'm
Mhm,
definitely more Dr. Shirley's temperament overall.
mhm,
Not
mhm.
necessarily want to talk it out, but just being like, even like whenever we get hate comments, just being like ignoring them and trying to move on, or just saying something that's not like not trying to escalate the comment, just say like, "Oh, okay, thank you for your feedback," because I got some hate comments from me liking Grease too, okay, but we're not when it's okay, it's okay.
I'm so sorry I was that mean. I'm
Yeah,
so sorry.
which one, Pie for James or the of your 5 burner accounts? We have the same
Here's the
conversation.
thing.
What was y'all's favorite scene in the movie?
Oh, when they stopped to get the colonel. That like
When they did
him like
what?
saying
Eating
when they
Kentucky
stopped to get the
Fried Chicken.
colonel.
Oh
Eating
yeah,
We're getting
When's
we're
that
in
going to
Kentucky.
happen?
Yeah, like getting Kentucky Fried Chicken, and like it was back in the '60s, so when it was
it
good.
was good.
You're talking to the
Like
guy who ate
that whole
Kentucky Fried
scene.
Chicken in Egypt. So, yeah, I
He
know what
knows
you're
a
talking
thing or two.
Yeah, so like I just thought that whole scene was like him getting a bucket, him just like chowing down in the
about.
car, him like wiping his
Sharing it with
veins,
Dr. Shirley.
and then
Yeah.
him peer pressuring the good
Come
doctor to
on.
eat fried chicken.
Just take it, come on.
Like, and
Come
You want a
then
on.
worried
breast?
about the
You,
grease
you
on
want a
the
I'll
breast?
blanket
get
Come on.
grease off my blanket.
and throwing that chicken leg out, the bone out the window. And then Tony goes a little too far.
Yeah.
He throws his cup out and he makes him back
Back
up
it
to
up.
grab it.
Back it
To
up.
me, that is my favorite scene in the whole movie. Like,
That's a
I
good
love
Mine,
scene.
doing that.
mine hands
Or
down
I'm very hungry because
is
I
them
haven't
That's a
holding
eaten
good
dinner.
scene.
to the couple in the car next door, and the girl looks over, and then the guy looks over, and Dr. Shirley looks over, and you just see Vito just like, what is, and he never looks at him. It's like, yeah, okay.
Tony,
And
why are you doing?
yeah. It just krills me every time I see it. I love it.
I don't know which one I like better, and I like them for different reasons, so I'm gonna give them both, so y'all can just bear with me. I like the one where Tony stands up for him, and the plantation where he's like, he has to eat. What are you talking about? And the guy's like, no, I'm not gonna perform, and they leave. I love that scene. I love that scene because I love the scene, the little glint of hope that the two like black helpers, one was grinning and the guy nudged him like stop grinning. I love that because it just shows like this is not who we are. We're we're people. We're not servants. But my favorite scene has to be the scene where the whole ending scene, but especially when the freaking pawnbroker shows up. He's like, "What? You invited me? I thought you meant it." Like it was just he's like, "We didn't really mean to show up. What are you doing?" And then I was so happy that Dr. Shirley showed up. I wasn't sure if he was going to show up or not. I was so happy he did. I was like,
he's gonna show up.
I
Come
was
on.
grinning ear to ear. I was so happy. But anyway, those are my favorite scenes for
Let me
sure.
just tell you this. I was debated on bringing this up, but I'm going to bring it up because you said it's one of your favorite scenes. The plantation scene where the guy at the end where they don't perform, the guy that's like, who is the guy saying, "Oh well, you can play, you can leave that car there, and this is our dining room. You can't eat here, but we'll bring you." That guy's name is Brian Stepanek. That actor did a production here. The first ever production here of a musical called I can't believe I said this out loud. Called Hans Brinker. He played this role in the first production here. Well, the second year is the year I went into it. 1995, six, I don't know, five. I go into it, and it's a role he had the year before. Now he was rising up through Equity Theater or whatever. He was good, but this guy was so jealous of me playing this role. He would show up at our rehearsals, and we had this little like wall where you'd walk up for the audiences, and he would sit behind that wall and watch me rehearse. I'd see him watching me rehearse, and I would go to the director and go, "What's this guy doing over here?" And it made me so angry. And now every once in a while I see a movie and I'm like, "There's that son of a look at this. There he is." And here I am sitting on my couch eating my bonbons.
You're doing a podcast. That's better.
Hey, there you go. What's
So
what
was he
is
like
Is
it?
he known in Sweden like we are? I don't
He's
think
not-
so.
Well, what is
Was
it?
he,
Jiminy Glick said, "Why don't you do a podcast, Jiminy?" Oh, I've never been that broke. But
What were
I
you gonna
just,
say,
I was
James?
just like, oh, there's Brian.
was he watching from like the rehearsal, like smoking a cigarette in the dark shadows with a trench coat?
Like
Just
just like but
Like
just like I had
noir.
when your rehearsal, it's a weird thing. When you rehearsal or something, you're trying to find it. And to have people watch you, especially when they're like this, what's he gonna do? Is he gonna do it right? I don't know. I mean, it really makes you like, look, he can't watch me. It's driving me crazy. So he was very, I don't know, just and every once in a while, he's like been in Young Sheldon. Every once in a while, I turn on the TV and I go, here he is. Oh, great. You know?
Well, Steven, if it makes you feel better, I've never noticed him.
See, thank you very much. I think
I've never noticed him.
he was the face of By Jeeves. That tells you how famous that is. I'm pretty sure.
All right. Do you guys think Tony being Italian helped him understand the struggles that Dr. Shirley went through?
A little bit. A little
I
bit.
mean, I would think a little bit because at one point the Italians were when they emigrated in waves, they were at the bottom of the thing. And like the most telling thing is like when he was walking into that bar and they asked him, "Are you a cop?" And he said, "What am I, Irish?"
Yeah.
like like that just like because you got a group that comes in like so you're at the quote unquote bottom ish of like
Frank
white people.
Sinatra's father, when he owned a bar that was an Irish bar, his father was an Irish boxer because the Irish were accepted at the time they came into this country.
Wow.
Italians weren't. So he had to pass Irish. Yeah. So, I mean.
Yeah, I definitely think it definitely helped that he was an immigrant or came from an immigrant background. So he kind of understood that,
We're all of us are.
So what do you guys think that Don or Shirley taught Tony and vice versa? I guess I'll do the Stephen. I'm gonna use your example. I think Tony taught Dr. Shirley to lighten up, Francis, enjoy life.
Yeah.
Unbutton your coat, go play music at the dive bar, and it's fun. Like, go have fun. Like he said, I'm more black than you are. It's like, go have fun. Like, just let loose. Like, I think that was great. I think that's one thing to me, that was the biggest, I think, learning point is showing that, you can be this fantastic whatever, but it's okay to roll your sleeves up and have a shot at the bar and, like you said, the dive bar and play Little Richard. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just thought they did a good job.
But you need to have standards and not put your drink on the piano.
Yeah.
And
Especially,
I love that
yeah.
cracked Tony up when he moved the damn drink. Don't put your whiskey on the piano.
I mean, if it was a Steinway, I would agree, but not a random dive bar drink.
You got to have some respect for the instrument.
No, you do. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
But no, I believe he got to learn Vito got to learn how to write love letters.
Well,
I believe that was a
I love that.
I believe that was a huge
help with the letters.
I know. I love when she hugged him and said that. Like, thanks for the help letters.
Yeah.
Thanks for helping with the letters.
I also think it just helped him show. I think it helped him overcome his prejudice towards black people too. This is my
100%.
boss, and he got to see all of the.
See what
Because I'm sure that wasn't easy as a white person. I know he's Italian, but he's still white. Telling another white guy, "This is my boss."
No.
What are you doing driving him, boy? That's my boss.
Well-
What? You know what I mean?
Well, when you saw them pulled over to the side of the road and they had the people working the field just looking at
Oh,
it,
yeah, exactly,
What am I
yeah.
watching? This is the craziest thing. A white guy driving an African
That was the
American around.
weirdest thing. That was the one moment of this movie I went, did we just go into Gone with the Wind? Why are these people dressed like that? I was like,
yeah, that
really?
part was kind of that did
That's a
feel
little
like
on the nose, but
they did feel kind of pushing
Where are we going?
a thing here.
But I love that. I don't care whether you watch The Sopranos, whether you watch any of the Godfather movies. There's one thing that comes through. I don't lie. This is my word. And and he says, no, I'm not gonna. No, you give me a good salary. You're my boss. I've said I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. That's it. I've given you my word. That's something we don't have a lot of anymore.
Yeah.
I
I really thought that side quest was going to be more. Whenever he ran into his old buddies, I thought it was going to be they were going to cause trouble. But I love the fact that he was like,
no, I said I'm going to do this. I'm going to do
Dr.
this.
Shirley, I'm going to do it. Because I can understand Dr. Shirley's point of view because he's thinking, here's this, guy who knows, it's his own people or whatever. Just he's going to abandon me. And he didn't. It's I agree. It's a good point, Steve. I didn't really think about that. I like that.
I love to say that in this word.
Okay, so before we get into whether we liked it or should it have won, there's a lot of internet hatred, backlash on this movie. Why do you guys think that people don't like the movie? Other than the fact that they're idiots. But besides that, why do you think that people don't like this movie?
Spike Lee was a prick, quite frankly. I think he started this. I mean, just the whole idea of walking out. You know what? There've been a lot worse upsets than this. And I know you feel that you've been disgraced or whatever because of Black Klansman, what have you, but this is what won. It's just showing, I don't know. I'm sure I'll get a lot of slack about this, but just showing your ass. You're showing your ass. This is when you just say thank you.
This is when you need to be a Dr. Shirley moment and just accept,
I mean, just something about, I don't know, it's so gross to me. Just this whole idea of, this is the wrong message to send. Well, this is the message we're sending. And maybe I'm now contradicting myself by saying I don't want to have a prissy person play a homosexual, but to say that it's a white savior movie, I don't see that. I just don't see that he had to save Dr. I think they had to save each other. I mean, I really think they had to teach each other's lessons through this movie. Plus, I mean, if you could watch this movie and not be moved by this relationship, by this friendship, you need to look for your soul somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good movie. It's a strong film altogether. Period. End of story.
And that's high praise because Steven doesn't like the I don't either. So it's high praise. James, why do you think? Because you've obviously seen it when it came out in theaters. Why do you think people tend to kind of turn their nose up to it or say it got one of the worst wins ever? Because the people are put in the same category as Crash and stuff. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I think it's well, you know how we have this nostalgic view of the 50s and lesser extent the early 60s. This movie this created quote unquote time when America was kind of at its peak, that everything was and this movie kind of shows that it's not. So there was bad, there was great, there was bad, just like everything. Like today, there's
Mhm.
great, there's bad. And I think this movie kind of like shows that both sides, like, it's not like both people, like, they weren't perfect. They did improve each other by meeting.
Hmm.
And I think the total opposites, like, they were complete polar opposites. So I think that helps build it. Like, what could it flip it? And then, yeah, I think it's kind of showing it like you have an African American who is highly educated, like really highly educated,
Hmm.
and then you have the poor white guy from the Bronx. Like,
Yeah, good point.
that people just don't like seeing that comparison, and those people are terrible humans. But that's what I think the what part of the hate comes from. Also, whatever, Spike Lee with your Black Klansman.
I'm like, Steven, I 100% agree with you. I went into it trying to see what's this white savior. It was the South in the 60s. You had to have a white person. He never once come off as like, I'm your savior. He like you said, Steven, he told him I wasn't doing your underwear. He
Mhm, I
stole,
know.
he stole those rocks. Like he didn't. It wasn't like he was just like, oh, like, and like James said, the education was, obviously like that's not everything, but that was rare for the, like you said, the black guy to have the education, the white guy not. Like,
I really disliked Dr. Seuss, especially when he said like, "We need to talk about your language." And your look,
shocker,
I am
Steven
who
doesn't like
I am.
someone cussing.
Oh, uh, well, you may say that again and again, but just anybody who wants to police someone else's language, I think, is an ass. Period. End of story.
Case in point.
It's not your. This is not your play. Seriously, I mean, this is language. It's not your. You can't tell me what I can or cannot say.
Well,
I'm not hurting you with
as
my
as
language.
as his boss and in the same car, he can. But I understand what your point you're trying to
He looked
make.
like a prick. He came off as a prick, Dr. Shirley did. In my mind, I was like, really? So now
See,
I have to enunciate better for you just to have this job. I just
no, see,
really,
I
oh,
disagree because I think in his eyes he was doing it to better him because
well, I don't need
people
better.
still people still think, and I think it's still true to some extent, that cursing is like a sign of just not having a good language, not understanding
Exactly the opposite. Every study will tell
but
you it's exactly the opposite.
Well, that's
well,
what
again,
scientific versus
Steven, I
perception is
didn't,
two
yeah,
different
like I'm not,
things.
I'm not, I'm not coming after you,
It's the
Steven. I'm
same
just
thing as
saying what
saying
I,
y'all. People think that people
I'm
just to
just
say
saying what I
y'all are
think he is
idiots.
why he's saying that, and
I understand, but
he's allowed to ask him not to do it. Like, just like there are certain cuss words that I don't like, and my friends typically respect me and not use those words around me. Like, but I don't freak out if they do it because it's their life, but they respect you and they try not to. Obviously, the respect wasn't there yet because they just met each other. But
well,
I also think it's a professionalism too. I kind of see it. I don't know. I actually see his side a little more on that one. All right, big question: did we enjoy the movie? James, I'm gonna let you go first since you were the one that uh, seen it before. So, did you enjoy the
I
rewatch?
So I'm not gonna lie. The first time I saw this, it was just an AMC movie that I'm just trying to hit my three, and had no idea what I was going into when I booked this movie, and I was like left happy, and I forgot how great this movie was. I loved it so much, and I was so excited to rewatch it, and just made me fall in love because I haven't seen it since back when it was in theaters. So I was so excited. I loved it.
Steven, what did you enjoy it?
yeah, very much so. Very much so.
I did as well. Yeah, I really enjoyed it too. So I was very pleasantly surprised. Like I said, I wasn't sure. I tried to go into it with open mind, obviously, but yeah, I was really enjoyed it. All right, now this is the controversial thing because I will agree with James when I was putting the list together. This has a lot of movies that I could see winning. So let me first go over the list. So Green Book, it did win. It got an 8.2 out of 10. The other movies that were listed that year were Black Panther, it got a 7.3. Black Klansman got a 7.5. Bohemian Rhapsody got a 7.9. The Favorite got a 7.5. Roma got a 7.6. A Star is Born got a 7.6, and Vice got a 7.2. So according to IMDb voters, they got it right because it has the highest ranking out of all of these.
Hmm.
However, there's a lot of controversy with this one, and James, as our local modern movie expert, tell me in your opinion, did this deserve to win? And if not, what would you have chosen?
So I've seen all of these movies, some of them multiple times. Like, The only movies that I think would be up there would be Black Klansman and Bohemian Rhapsody. I think those movies were quite good. And probably winning. Favorite, Roma, Star is Born, Vice, meh. Black Panther, as a Marvel fan, I love it. Rest in peace, Chad Boswick. But um I just Green Book is such a better movie. It's just a more constructed movie all around. I don't get me wrong, I love Black Klansman. I laughed my butt off in that movie. I thought it was hilarious. Bohemian Rhapsody, it was like seeing that in the IMAX back in like at Navy Pier at that IMAX screen. It was a lot of fun.
Mm.
But the Green Book, that was it's such a great movie, and I think it deserves to win by 100%.
Steven, what's your takeaway?
Green Book. I mean, I saw Star is Born. I saw Black Panther. I mean, I liked Stars Born. I didn't want to like it, and yet I liked it, but it's not better than this. I mean, I'd much rather take the Judy Garland Stars Born over this one. I mean,
Well,
over this
of course.
Stars Born because it's a better movie. It's better
Yeah.
acting. Which no one will believe because no one's going to watch it because they think it's stupid. But things from the past can be better. Shock. But I think this as a full movie. And again, I think Black Panther is one of the best Marvel movies ever made. I mean, how I'm supposed to associate it with it? Since there's only one white person. I don't know. There's no representation for me. It's just so crazy. Hello, this is called sarcasm. But this
Weren't you in Dreamgirls?
Yeah. When I'm in Dreamgirls, when I play Effie, and I'm about the same size right now, so let's make it happen, people. Then I'll believe in it. But no, this is just a better movie. It's just a better film, better story, better beginning, middle, and end. It all works. So
I haven't seen the A Star is Born, the new one, but I've seen clips. People make fun of it on TikTok, and I feel like anytime something has become a meme, that means the movie probably wasn't good. Because what happens in the scene, I don't know where it is, but it's when Gaga she gets out of the car, and I guess Bradley Cooper says something to her, and she does like this, and so people are commenting saying like, first date when they ask you where can I use the bathroom, and there's like down their face. It's just like I mean, of course they're gonna meme that, but okay, so
when he pees at himself at the ceremony, I was like, we've just went too far. If you're going to talk about jumping the shark, this is where that movie jumped the shark. When he's like, I'm like, we get it. He's a drunk. He's out of control. We don't need this moment. Well, you've told us. You've showed us again and again and again.
like we didn't need the one lady to poop in a bucket. We knew she did it. We need to see it.
Really? We have to go here. Good God.
So I don't like Spike Lee, so for me it's I don't even like watch Black Klansman because I just don't care for him. It came down to me Bohemian Rhapsody, Black Panther, or Green Book. So the favorites by the critics was Roma, and a lot of people were really upset about it. I've never seen Roma. I wanted to watch it, but then I saw it was like in Spanish or whatever, and I was like, I don't want to sit through and read subtitles. I know it's American of me, sue me. Um, I agree with Steven. The Black Panther was fantastic, and and James said the same thing. It's hard to compare the two, but we've seen that. We've seen Spider-Man 2. We've seen the epics, and they had, like we've seen that. This was something, and I know people are going to say this is driving Miss Daisy, but it's not. But I think this was just, I loved it. The fact that you could have essentially just two actors most of the time on the road, and I never got bored. I never looked at my watch. Nothing.
Mhm.
I'm going to make a statement here. I'm going to make a
Let's
big
just say
statement
this.
here.
Driving with Stacey is not a bad film, and screw you.
No,
if
it's
it
not.
is.
It's not. Absolutely.
It's
I
a
actually,
good film.
it is a good film.
So, everybody poo-pooing on it, probably never seen it.
I'm going to make a big statement here.
Wow.
I adored this movie. This legit is a top 10 movie of all time for me.
Oh, well.
Wow. I'm
And
excited.
I know that's saying a lot. First off, Vigo's one of my favorite actors because he plays, I think he does Aragorn in Lord of the Rings phenomenal from the books. But to see him to be able to just be this guy, and it's so believable, just as believable as him being Aragorn. It's fantastic. And I liked Dr. Shirley. I like the actor, the Marshala guy. I like him a lot. He's also in Moonlight. That's the same guy in Moonlight. I like him. I like, I don't know, I like the way he always plays the gay character, but he always plays like the prim and proper. I think he plays that role, and he's not gay. I think he does that role so well, in my opinion. He's been married since 2013, so I don't think he's gay.
That was
Okay.
great.
Put all your comments to Steven at, but okay, so then we agree that the Oscars got it right, correct? We all three agree with that?
I'd say so.
I
Yeah.
think so too.
Yeah.
Steven, I mean,
Too.
James, it's time now to give us your Duck Award for this movie.
I hate looking at this thing. Oh God. Oh,
This
God.
haunts Steven's nightmares.
Oh, my God.
It is
Bring up the
that
duck
piece
in
of
my head. I can't
jade
breathe. Oh my God.
that he stole at the gas station and then
But
he got
didn't-
yelled at and put it back. It goes to that piece of jade for being their good luck charm. So the piece of jade, you get the ducky.
And when he puts it back in the dashboard, you're a prick. You know that, Doc?
Yeah. And then I love at the end whenever he has it in his pocket and puts it on the Dr. Shirley has it and puts it on
You're a
his
prick, you know
table.
that, Doc?
Yeah.
It was so good. Anyway, that was that was Green Book, everybody. Not to be taken with Green Mile, which I think me and Steven said about 3 times this week. We're thinking I got a voicemail
Green
from
was my
Steven.
valley. Green was my
Oh, true. I got a voicemail from Steven. I'm about 30 minutes into the Green Mile. I'm like, you're watching the wrong movie there. He wasn't. He was watching this one, but I was like laughing.
Green
but yeah, if you made
these are great movies.
if you made it this far, please do consider liking, subscribing. We really do appreciate it. Now we're gonna pull up the Wheel of Destiny. I'm gonna go ahead and remove Green Mile, and we will see what our fate is. Yeah. See? Thank you. Said Green Book. I'm proud of myself. I didn't do it all the time until then. I was thinking about something else. That's okay.
The Fields. Come on. Oh, I want some Gone with the Wind. I want some Annie Hall. Give me some Annie Hall, some Gone with the Wind. Come on.
Here we go. You ready?
Yes, I do. I'm ready.
It's going to be something terrible. We've had too many good
It's
movies.
It's gonna be Schindler's List.
Oh my God. Kill
Oh
me.
God.
We are watching Out of Africa from 1985.
God.
This is probably, I think this is in the same realm as like Gandhi and stuff. That same like level of.
Out of Africa. I mean, I'm a big street,
I
but whoa, we're gonna have a hard time.
I know
Have it-
nothing of this.
Has anybody
movie.
seen this?
No, I saw it probably
No.
when it came out, and I forgot.
Oh, it's got Robert Redford and Meryl Streep, so it's got a great cast.
Mm-hmm.
Meryl Streep
Okay.
can do no wrong.
Yeah, we're about to find out.
I just watched
Well-
the second
Like the sequel of it?
Devil Wears Prada movie.
Oh.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
And it's a Sidney Pollack film. I'm surprised if this is not good, but the reviews are kind of like meh according to
Sidney Pollack is incredible.
IMDb. It doesn't seem the greatest. But anyway, they can't all be winners, even though they are technically all winners. But if you guys, again, if you have made this far, thank you so much. Please do consider liking, subscribing. We have TikTok, we have YouTube, we have our shorts that we post now. So please, not our shorts, but our YouTube shorts.
I'm putting out my shorts.
He is on his OnlyFans. What?
No, my OnlyFans. I start out naked and
It's
ask
just
you to
picture
take
of
me to
fans.
post on. That's what happened.
Steven ads closed. Again, thank you so much for tuning in this week. This really was a treat. Until next time, this is the Chicago Cinephiles podcast. Signing out.